Welcome to the VMT tutorial on generating ASCII output files from Wind River 2. This is a quick tutorial that will guide you through the process of generating these ASCII output files for import into VMT. So the first step is to identify your data set that you want to export and review those data properly within Wind River 2. Being that you want to do all your QA/QC of your data within Wind River 2 prior to exporting the ASCII output files. So for instance, this particular data set that I'm looking at here, we can see that we do have a moving bed based on the deviation of our ship tracks here between bottom track and our GPS as a reference. We have upstream movement of the or apparent upstream movement of bottom track, so we do have a moving bed. So I've chosen VTG as a reference in this case, primarily because you can look at our ship tracks here, or our boat speeds, and we see that we have issues with the GGA, which is the pink. We're getting multipath interference near the banks with our GGA, so I've chosen VTG as it's a more stable reference. So once you've pre-screened your data, gone through and removed any outliers through application of thresholds and so on, and you're happy with your data set, you can choose to export the ASCII output files. In this case, we're going to export ASCII output files for 4 transects. So I go up to Configure, ASCII output, and I turn that on. In this case, you want to choose the output backscatter data option. This is assumed to be the input that's going into VMT. You can choose the intensity data, but it will be labeled as backscatter within the VMT environment. Basically, backscatter and intensity are depending on what you choose there, they go into the same place within the ASCII output files, and VMT is assuming you're giving it a backscatter, so it will always call it a backscatter whether you give an intensity data or not. So choose the backscatter data option by default and say Finish. So now we've got our backscatter, or our ASCII output turned on. We can go up to, with the transects that we want to export, we can go up to Site Discharge, right-click, and say Reprocess Check Transects. And it's going to reprocess each of our transects. And you'll notice that once this bar is full, it pauses for a second. That's actually generating the ASCII output file following the reprocessing. And to do that for each of the checks transects, if you choose this option, you can also do them one at a time if you choose. And once this is finished, we'll have ASCII output files within our measurement directory. So we can go to our Windows Explorer. I'm in the directory that contains that MMT file. And here are transects 15, 16, 17, and 18. So 15, 16, 17, 18. Those are ASCII output files that we just generated. So these files are the 4 files that you want to load into VMT to do the transect averaging to get a single representative velocity distribution for that cross-section based on those 4 inputs. If you have any questions, I suggest you consult the help within the Wind River 2 software or the user guides for TRDI products. You can also contact myself, Ryan Jackson at the USGS, or Dan Parsons of the University of Leeds. Thank you.